Peace, peace, peace. You see dead people, I see divergences. We are not the same. If you find value in my analysis, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it very much. So, let's get into it. First video in a couple days. It's been tough. Life, I wonder, will it take me under? I don't know. Bitcoin, weekly. You got this major trend line on the weekly. If you move it here, so it touches here, it looks like a possible bearish retest. If you go out far because of this, I mean, we're below it. Does not look good in my opinion. I don't believe there are more market participants than there were before. Down just makes sense based on market sentiment. We don't know what's going to happen. All we can do is react to what happens, and that's what we're going to do. You want hopium? You have triple hidden bullish divergence on the MACD and the RSI. Middle on the right. They're pointing away. Higher lows, lower lows, lower lows. They're pointing away from each other. That is hidden bullish divergence, implying a continuation to the upside. It's implying that. We don't know what's going to happen. There's your hopium. I hope it plays out. Let's take a look at it on the daily. False breakouts have serious consequences. That was a possible retest. And your possible retest did not hold. The second it fell back into the pattern, you got major follow through. Now we possibly bearishly retested the whole pattern. If you start to see follow through here, these would be your downside targets here, but very bad, boys. Of course, I want Bitcoin to go up, although I'd like a chance to buy some more. Below this support, 89,225 from January of 2025. Another argument for the downside. You got Mr. T talking at Davos. Economic data. Expect volatility. It's here. Going into a new year. Here's your ETH. We had a possible retest right here. Now we're at the bottom of the pattern. This needs to hold. If it doesn't hold, I mean, you have a swing low, 26.30 from November, and it got bought right up. I mean, we have a few higher lows. Maybe it's another one. Anything below this orange line zone, 28, 27, you would want to protect yourself. Previous price history says you're going way lower. If it breaks lower, we don't know that it's gonna. We're gonna be here because we watch it every day, baby. Well, let's keep going. ETHBTC, we lost the 200. You never know what can happen. You could get a spring back test. It's about the follow through. There's been a lot of volatility the last couple days. I've been paying attention, just not posting too often. Just a beach bum trapped in New England. And we're about to get 15 inches. Roughneck inspected deck. Monero. 786. Came all the way down to retest 477.97. What is it? It's your swing high from December 2017. So we have to be careful if you want to play Monero. This orange zone here, the orange zone, might see some resistance, support, bulls, bears fighting. And when you see the break and retest, that would be the way you would want to bet. Break, retest, go. Break, retest, go. Strongest group of buyers are waiting for the retest. And then your stop loss goes right under it. But it's crypto, bro. You never know what can happen. Supply and demand can change very fast. TA is a big help because you can find places to manage your risk after confirmation lows. Let's look at Bitcoin futures. Same as Bitcoin. Possible bearish retest. ETH futures. I mean, I guess, yeah, that's scary. That's a possible bearish retest as well. Bitcoin dominance, we start to break the 200 daily moving average. It's probably on like Donkey Kong for Bitcoin. However, if Bitcoin moves with it, alts should be okay. But if Bitcoin dominance pumps alone, alts are going to get destroyed. I don't see any type of edge on the daily. Maybe on the 4-hour. Again, this is a lagging indicator. It's not real time. It updates after the market responds. I mean, you have possible bearish divergence on the RSI. On the 4-hour. I have an alert at 60. I have an alert at 59. We'll see what happens. I will update. There's your money flow. Very flat today. Let's look at stablecoin dominance on the daily. I mean, right to 9%. And then it sold off. However, we do not want to see a break and a retest of 9%. That would be very bad. Very bad, boys. It's just making higher lows. And it has been way higher before. So we're watching this top orange zone, if you will. Positive momentum is building on the MACD. Put an alert at 9.5%. We'll see what happens. Let's look at total real quick. Back in a pattern. False breakouts, serious consequences. We could see it bounce around inside the pattern for a while. It still could break out, retest, and go. But for now, false breakouts have serious consequences. We are now, even if we started to, don't be surprised if a crack in the ice appears under your feet. Moving on. Let's go to the DXY. Down. This momentum structure shift is interesting to look at. The strength of the dollar matters. I'm going to put an alert down here. And I'll come back and reassess when it hits. If it hits, not when it hits. If it hits. Negative momentum's building on the MACD. If you go to the weekly, I mean, that whole shift is happening at a demand line of a rising channel. Here's the monthly. This is a major inflection point. Major. 2008 uptrend. We're going to have to watch the DXY pretty closely. If this starts to break down, you got to expect volatility because the strength of the dollar matters. Assets are going to reprice hard and fast. What the? Dow Jones. What? That gap was filled. All right, here we are again. Hopefully, we're not putting another one here. Apparently, they injected $700 trillion into the market. I believe I read that correctly. Well, we got that run to the upside for sure. We're going to see what happens. Going to be looking for a break, a retest, and a go. Either that or this is going to be resistance for the third, fourth time. SPY. Couple gaps. Filled. Here we are again. You got resistance. Here we are again. I could not hold it. Here we are again. Want to see a break, retest, and go. You do not want to see follow through the downside here because that would confirm that bears are in control and probably will be for a while. We are very elevated. There's a 200 moving average down here. There's a gap. We're going to see what happens. ES1. What worries me on this spike to the upside could just be to go fill these gaps before a move to the downside. We need to see a break, a retest, and then some follow through. Can't just hang around. For now, this is a possible, well, it's a definite breakdown of a rising wedge, and we're waiting for a retest. So now bears are trying to push the price down because of this resistance from October. All we can do is watch. Gap fill on the NASDAQ. Gotta be careful of a bearish retest. We've already broken out of a pattern. Is what it is till it ain't. A gap way down lower. Russell, all-time high. We have bearish divergence that is not playing out. Assume it stays in the pattern until it doesn't. Could break and go. We don't know what's going to happen. We're going to find out. Apparently they injected a lot of money in. US 30. Gap fill. 4 hour. It's the same as the Dow Jones. Nasty Nas. We got that breakdown. This is a possible bearish retest, but if a bearish retest is invalidated by a break back into the pattern, false breakout, serious consequences. Could see a parabolic move. One piece of data at a time. For now, back above the 4-hour 200 is good. Here's the daily. Must be careful of a bearish retest. Being above old resistance is good. Maybe we'll chop around and go. For now, we have to be careful of a bearish retest. SPX same. Dow futures same. Let's get into some metals. Gold about to break the 4414 fib resistance, fib extension. I mean, these are unstoppable right now. Unstoppable. You can't even do analysis on this type of stuff. It's gone. And it's gone. Silver. All-time highs. If silver was to get to the 4414 like gold, it's $181 per ounce. We're going to see what happens. We love it. We got alerts. The possible bearish divergence did not play out. I mean, these are so strong, it's insane. For now, expect way higher prices out of silver. Palladium. I put an alert down on this trend line, demand line, getting some serious respect. We want to see 2,000. Till then, it is what it is. What a momentum shift. Platinum futures broke out, retested. That's where the buyers were waiting. Pattern, breakout, retest. Now we need that follow through. New highs. Those are your fib extension targets. We'll see what happens. Moving on. Copper. Yeah, we got a possible break of a demand line. Interesting. Guess we'll go way out and see what happens. I have alerts above and below. I will keep you updated. Gold, Bitcoin. I've been saying it. This chart implies that gold will continue to outperform Bitcoin. You can chart any asset against any asset. This is gold paired against Bitcoin is now breaking the 200 weekly moving average. Very strong for gold. You would assume 6 million Satoshis because of this over here and this. Moving on. Silver, Bitcoin. This could be a massive double bottom. For now, we're watching 100,000 Satoshis. Whatever it is, 0.001111. That would be your resistance for now. Could rip right through it. You never know. Probably will. They're so strong. This is silver versus Bitcoin. This is silver charted against Bitcoin. it's implying that silver is going to continuously outperform Bitcoin. Until the chart changes, that's where the money's going. Nickel futures. This defaults every day. It's alright. First world problems. Let's go to the daily. We're in a bull flag. High and tight. At resistance. Right there. Here and here are your next targets. You got to see a breakout. I don't see why that wouldn't happen. They're very strong, but any pullback is probably a buying opportunity. Metals, kid. For real, for real. Well, let's look at PLG, up 10% today almost. Why do I like PLG? Well, it has a very strong narrative behind metals, platinum specifically. However, if you look at this on the monthly, it looks just like Moderna did at $22. Divergence pushing up into the price action. That's it. If this was to even make a double bottom, we're looking at 530 to 628. And then if it breaks and goes, the measured move of the possible double bottom is around 1170. It has been way higher in the past. It is the monthly patience, but that is beautiful. Consolidated for 91 weeks. Months, sorry, 91 months. It's a long time. 8 years. Yes, I couldn't do the math in my head. Damn, son. We're watching for a breakout. It is on major breakout watch. ERMAY. Weekly. We have a breakout of a major supply line. We have a breakout of the 200 weekly moving average. I expect this to go way higher. It's metals related. We had the 3 rise and valleys. Hidden bullish divergence. It's one of my favorite patterns. IAG, major breakout. Probably going to 23.77 and beyond in time. It's not the time to be buying any of these things, except PLG is pretty decent if you want a DCA. But these are already gone. PLG looks like it's still down here. Couple more. Veil. Major breakout watch. Major breakout watch. For now, resistance. BHP, major breakout watch. For now, resistance. TECK. Major breakout watch. Gap below. But they're so strong right now. Let's see what happens. KGC, Gonzo, price discovery. Upside targets, 43.33, 50 psychological. Then you start getting into the fib extensions. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you finding value in my analysis. Dow Jones, I hope you have the most peaceful day ever. Get that money, motherfuckers. Love y'all.